Welcome to the TPC Desktop video series. In this video, we're going to look at using what we call the navigation toolbar. I'm going to come up to the top of Traverse PC and just pull this toolbar down for a moment, right in the middle of the screen. We call this the Desktop Navigation Toolbar. It allows us to access the views that we're interested in when we're interested in accessing them. So let me put this back up here on top. I'm going to come over to the right hand side and I want to just bring up the customization for this for a moment and have you notice that we've turned off the vertical curve view because we aren't using that. What if we weren't using the drawing data view either? See how we can remove those buttons from the toolbar and have the toolbar display just the views that we tend to use the most? Kind of a handy way of just streamlining it. So let's talk about how this works. I have a traverse view open for the boundary north and a drawing view open. Notice that as I left click on the drawing view, it becomes the active view, and the navigation bar at the toolbar at the top highlights that icon for the drawing view. Watch now as I click on the traverse view. See how that button is highlighted at the top? So the navigation bar indicates which view is the active view. There can only be one active view at a time, and the navigation toolbar tells me which one that is. Let's come all the way over to the right, and from our Traverse Manager, let's open up the boundary south, and we're just going to drag this down below here. So now I have two traverse views open, and I'm going to come back up to my boundary north and open the closure view for that boundary north. Now, if I come up to the window menu at the top, I want you to notice at the bottom that all four non-docking views that are open are displayed at the bottom of the window menu. So if I want to go to the Traverse View Boundary North, I can select it. If I want to go to the Traverse View Boundary South, I can select it. Well, why would I want to do that? Watch what happens if I've maximized the drawing view. The drawing view is taking up the entire desktop. Now I still have the two traverse views and a closure view open underneath. So if I pull down the window menu, I can bring up the traverse view for the boundary north. I could also bring up the traverse view for the boundary south. See how that works? I can do the same thing in the navigation bar. So I currently have the drawing view open and active. If I just click on the traverse view, Traverse PC cycles through the different open traverses one at a time till they're both open, and then just goes back and forth. Remember we had a closure view that we opened as well? So let's click on the closure view button and we see that the closure view opens as well. Now there's just one of those, so clicking that again won't change anything else. And if I were to click on the drawing view becomes active and uses up whatever space on the desktop I've assigned to it. Let's go ahead and reduce the size of the drawing view again so we can see these other views that are open. Notice that the right hand side of the navigation toolbar lists the non-docking views, the ones we're looking at here. The drawing view, the closure view, traverse view. Here's a report view in case I want to be working on a report for something. Okay, I'm going to open those and put those all out here in the desktop. But it also includes the managers as well. So if I want to open up the Traverses Manager, I can just click on the Traverses Manager, and even though it's auto-hidden, it now displays the traverses. I can do the same with the points. What if I want to look at the surfaces in this survey? I don't have the Surface Manager opened at this point, so clicking on the Surface Manager opens it and displays it on the right-hand side. Because it's now open, if I were to come to the Surface Manager and unpin it, it's now auto-hidden on the right-hand side. And of course, then to close out a manager when I'm done using it, I just click on the X. So the Surface Manager can be used to open, and the one that hasn't been opened yet, or it can be used to open a manager that already is open but may be auto-hidden somewhere on the desktop. Let's go ahead and close out some of those views and hide those surfaces over here again. I'm also going to show you a neat little trick over here in the Traverses Manager, that if I pull down the Tools menu, I can close all open traverse views. So any view that was open for the sake of a traverse can be closed with one button like that. Okay, so I want you to know that you're going to use this navigation toolbar up here quite a bit. We've given it space front and center on the top of the desktop up here, and you're going to use it a lot.